if I'm gone tomorrow, Mark Glenn and the rest of those guys are going to take on this radio show, and they're going to continue it. It has grown, and it has grown. And,
I want to look at the clock. Hate to interrupt you. I want to continue on with the story because I do want to maybe open up the phone lines before it's all over with Phil. But the part of the story that amazes me the most, now maybe not others, but it does me, Phil, is that after it was all said and done and they pulled back and you're crippled like a wounded dying duck in the middle of the water, how many hours before you got any help? You never did get any help, did you?
We didn't get any help for 18 hours after the attack.
18 hours, men screaming, crying, a surgeon trying to do what he could. Nobody comes to help you. Is that correct?
They didn't even send a Piper Cub overhead to see if our ship was still afloat. In fact, I think they were hoping we would break apart and all sink and die that night. And believe me, it was not an easy chore to keep that ship afloat. It was in dire straits, but things seemed to settle down, and the men started to settle down, and we became more thankful that we were alive, but we also became so disheartened and heartbroken and crying to see our fellow shipmates murdered, executed, and so many others blown to bits. Pastor Peters, I can't tell you enough about what it's meant to me. I mean, it's a nightmare to me every day, and I catch a lot of heat from a lot of different people because they think I'm an anti-Semitic Jew hater because I want to get the truth out. Even my own shipmates have ostracized me and said that, hey, I'm too bold. Listen, nobody should be allowed to get by with murder or execution American citizens on the high seas, not even Israel, and I don't care what they say.
What that is, ladies and gentlemen, I'll put my commentary in. The Bible makes comment about the fact that no one spoke openly for fear of the Jew. That's what the Bible says. And so you probably have seen that with your own shipmates. Is that correct?
I have, and they're good men, and they're honorable men, but they don't want to rock the boat. What I'm trying to say is, if you get on this radio show or that radio show, and like Mark and I's radio show, it's called the Liberty Hour. This Liberty Hour is for all survivors. It's for all people that want to get involved, all the people that have lost their families and so on and so forth.
Phil, you got the boat to port. What port was it?
That was in Malta.
Malta. You finally made it there. 18 hours, no help. And then
no help. Well, we did get the next day. The USS America came alongside, along with the USS Davis. They helped us evacuate the most seriously wounded.
After the 18 hours.
After the 18 hours.
All right. Now you get there, and then you're greeted by an Admiral Kidd, if I remember the story right. Is that correct?
Absolutely. You got his name perfectly right.
All right, let's hear what the Kidd had to say to the men.
Okay, Admiral Kidd told me, along with the rest of the crew, and I was only with 4 or 5 in the sick bay.
How old were you at that time?
I was a 20-year-old third-class petty officer.
All right.
And he told us, hey, listen, he took off his stars, threw them on the table, and I'll never forget they rang out because it was on a metal table in sick bay. But he says, tell me what happened, guys. I'm not an admiral now. I just want to know what happened. Please tell me. So we opened up our hearts. We gave him everything we could, and because he did ask a lot of questions. And we were very, very, very happy and thankful that, hey, we got this flag admiral here that's, taking us seriously. And then he puts his stars back on, and he says, listen, if you guys ever repeat any words you ever told to me, to your family, shipmates, anybody else, news media, well, it doesn't make any difference to me. You're going to either go to the penitentiary or worse. And everybody knew what worse meant. So it was covered up immediately, and that's one of the reasons that one of my shipmates brought up. We could have went into port of Crete, which was only a day and a half away from where we were at, but it didn't give enough time to make the story believable or to skirt the truth. So, we were lied to, and I must say that after that, Captain Ward Boston recanted his interviews with us and said they were total lies. They were nothing but garbage. The attack was deliberate, and he was ordered to lie by none other than Senator John McCain's father.
Say that again. He was ordered to lie by who?
Senator John McCain's father, Admiral, Europe Forces.
Senator John McCain's father told him he had to lie about that.
He ordered him to lie. He had to. And then our good senator from Arizona wrote in a book written by a Jewish judge, A.J. Crystal, the Liberty Incident, and then he wrote in his foreword that, my dad thought the same thing. This is a good book. And it's nothing but lies and half-truths and calling the survivors nothing but garbage and Jew haters. So, as far as I'm concerned, John McCain Sr., John McCain Jr. Are in this together. Both of them have blood on their hands because they will not, address the truth. Now, John McCain Sr. is since passed, but John McCain Sr. is running for the President of the United States.
John McCain Jr., you mean?
Jr., excuse me, sir. But I also want to make another point. The day after Senator Obama was nominated to be the Democratic nominee for the President of the United States, not only him, but John McCain and Hillary Clinton got up before the AIPAC. They didn't get up before the American people. They didn't get up before the Steelworkers Union. They didn't get up before the Carpenters Union. They got up before AIPAC and wanted to be anointed by their blessings to be President of the United States. Now, sir, tell me where our headed is government. Our government is headed with that type of rhetoric.
Tell my audience who AIPAC is.
AIPAC is an Israeli-American Political Action Committee. And what they are is a PAC that gives tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars to senators, congressmen, or whatever. But if you want to be elected President of the United States, you do not go through the electorate of the Congress or the people that vote. You go through AIPAC. And without AIPAC, I guarantee you're not going to be elected. So what we are is a state within a state. We're the biggest state, but you know who runs this state, don't you? The government of Israel.
Ladies and gentlemen, my guest is Phil Turney, surviving sailor of the USS Liberty. He's survived their threats 41 years now, as of June 8th. It's been. He's still talking, and we're still broadcasting it as well. You want to know why this preacher asks for your prayers frequently? What kind of person would go to the Antichrist Jewish Anti-Defamation League of the B'nai B'rith and believe what they have to say about me or Phil Turney? Huh? Think about that. Well,
Pastor Peters, I can tell you something. I've seen the devil up close, and I've seen their eyes, and I saw Satan in their eyes. I saw Satan in those helicopters. I saw Satan when those torpedoes come at us. I saw Satan every day since with the cover-up by our government and the money, the prestige that Israel gets from around the world. It seems like the world revolves around Israel and nobody else counts.
Yeah. And these preachers tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we must support them.